Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Playtesters, a tabletop role-playing podcast where we want to play everything that isn't Dungeons and Dragons. Join us today as we play Alien the RPG, and we go through the scenario Chariot of the Gods. In Chariot of the Gods, the players are given agenda cards for each act. And with these agendas, it dictates a little bit of how they should be acting and what their characters' motivations are for this act. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Playtesters, playtesting Alien the RPG. When last we met, the crew of the Montero, led by Captain Miller, Wilson, Davis, Rye, and Cham, received a distress call from deep space, and they were woken up on their way to Anchor Point Station. It appears that there was a ship stuck in sublight speed that nearly ran into their ship, the Montero, nearly destroying it. That Mother got a request for help from. So the crew took it upon themselves to make sure that they didn't lose out on their shares, to inspect the Cronus, getting to match its speed and boarding it. As they entered, it was cold and dark, but they turned on Mother from within the Cronus, the artificial intelligence of the ship, which turned on the heat, it turned on the lights, and most importantly, it turned on the cryo chambers, which they all investigated, finding the crew of the Cronus. And that is Johns, Flynn, Cooper, Reed, and Clayton. Shortly after meeting them, they started learning that something was going on with these black motes that were floating through the Cronus. And Cooper started complaining about a massive migraine he was having, saying how much it hurt over and over again. Until finally, everyone saw as there was this sickening pop and splash from Cooper's head as this small arm covered in blood popped out of him and grasped his head, pulling it open so that it could fall out, revealing this small bloodburster alien of some sort. As it popped out, someone from the Cronus yells, "Kill it! Kill it!" as it flicks its tail, causing what appears to be Cooper's eyeball that it had in its arm when it popped out of his head to fly into one of you. To start off this session, I would like each of you to roll a D6. So Rye...
Low is better, right?
Rye, as it flicks its arm and this eyeball flings into you, it splashes onto your face. You feel this squishy eyeball as it pops down, pops off of your face. You're going to add a point of stress, in addition to everybody adding a point of stress from seeing this creature burst out of Cooper.
So I get 2.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
And here, I'm going to start going over 2 new mechanics that we're going to be talking about. The first is a bit of a homebrew thing that I like to do. And that is, I like to give everyone a story point at the beginning of a session. Last session, it didn't matter as much since there weren't going to be a lot of important roles. But you can all mark that there is a story point on your character sheets. A story point allows you to, before you make a roll, automatically succeed on a roll. So save it for when you need it most. But remember that you will have to use it or lose it this session.
And just to clarify, we have to tell you that we want to use it before we roll. It's not we can fix it.
Exactly. It's not a fix-it roll. It is I need to succeed on this. Here is my story point saying that I just did it.
Got it.
You can't fix it. No, you can't.
And now for the next part, we're going to talk about how initiative works in Alien RPG. So in Alien RPG, what you would normally do is there would be a deck of cards that everyone would choose from, and whoever has the highest card from that deck would go first, then the next person, then the next person, then the next person. In this version, since I don't have I actually don't have a deck of cards for this, I will just have each of you simply roll a d20 to determine who is going first.
Is it /R or R/?
I believe it is /R.
Space 1d20.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh, yeesh.
Do you type that /R into the chat? Or...
Yep.
Okay.
/R space 1D. Why, oh, why would the GM need to roll initiative? That seems
No.
So, we are going to, I just want everyone to say your character's name and what you rolled on your initiatives.
Kayla Rye. Kayla Rye, and I rolled a 10.
Rise Agenda, Act 2. Search the Cronus for cash or any other valuable items that you might sell back home if you survive. The ship's a derelict anyway, right?
Leah Davis, 13.
Davis's Agenda, Act 2. Shit, you really need another fix right now. Search the labs on the Cronus for stimulants.
Vanessa Miller, 8.
Miller's Agenda, Act 2. Finding the Cronus is a huge opportunity, even with monsters on board. Find a way to get out from under the corporate yoke with an upgraded ship or enough money to buy a new one.
Am 1.
Cham's Agenda, Act 2. The crew is in danger, and the crew is your family. Protect them with your life, if need be. Lucas's Agenda, Act 2. You must learn more about the xenomorphic materials on board the Cronus. Ask the crew, access the ship's logs, and do anything else you can in order to learn more about this threat. But be careful not to raise suspicions among the crew, and don't expose yourself as an android.
JJ Wilson. What did I roll? 5.
Wilson's Agenda, Act 2. The discoveries on the Cronus are beyond your wildest dreams. It's dangerous, to be sure, but if you pull this off and manage to salvage the xenomorphic material, you can parlay it into a fortune. No matter what, Special Order 966 is your goal, but don't risk open confrontation with the rest of the Montero crew. You still need them.
And the crew of the Cronus will be acting together. They rolled a 1. The way that ties will work is going to simply be that if it is an ally that is rolling the same, you guys can act on the same initiative and decide who goes first. Any xenomorphs will always go before you if they roll the same as you, and any allies that are like the Cronus crew, they will go after you, whether they are hostile or friendly. So, Davis, this thing just popped out of Cooper, the scientist that you just met. Tell me, what would you like to do? The way that combat works is that you'll have a slow action and a fast action. Slow action is going to be something like shooting a weapon. Fast action is going to be something like moving. You just let me know what you want to do, and I'll let you know like what you're going to be using for that.
Okay. Who was it who was screaming, kill it, kill it? We don't know who that was. It was just someone from the Kronos crew, correct?
Yeah, let's say that it was Reed. Reed, the colonial marine of the
The
Kronos.
Marine. Okay. Um, Davis doesn't take any orders except from Miller. So I think what I'll do is I'll draw my weapon and I'll point it at the critter, for lack of a better phrase, the alien monster. I'm gonna point it at their head, and I want to step in front of whoever is wherever Miller is. I want to step in front of her as kind of like a shield, and then just scream, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah. So, would you like to, with your nail gun, would you like to like be a little bit more on point with it and aim?
Yes. I would like to
Perfect.
aim but not pull the trigger. That works.
Yeah. So as a fast action, one of the
Mhm.
things that you can do is aim, which would
Okay.
allow you to which would allow you a +2 to your range combat roll.
Okay.
And since you're not doing an attack, we can call that readying an action. You
Okay.
don't really get like a reaction in Alien RPG. Instead, you can choose to ready one of your slow or fast actions to use them afterwards.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, you do. You take your the nail gun, right?
Yes.
You take the nail gun and you're aiming it at this creature as it is just eyeing everyone in the room. Rye, you are right now currently there, shotgun in hand. This creature just burst out of this man and threw his eyeball at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I've got my shotgun, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I take my shotgun off from my, shoulder, and just as I'm spitting and kind of like blinking a couple times, and I rub my forearm across my eyes, pull my shotgun out, and just try to shoot this little crawler guy, this little bloodburster guy. Range combat roll.
Yeah, so that is going to be a ranged combat roll. You are going to use. Are you going to be aiming at this at the alien creature as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so add a +2 to that roll.
Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. I don't know what the red thing with the line through it is.
Oh, that is a if you get that, that is a an error with Roll20. I've been trying to figure out what's been going on with that.
Gotcha.
But it should tell you at the bottom what your how well you rolled anyways on that is. So I can see. Do you not have a ranged combat skill?
No.
You should have something. Give me 1 second to pop into your character sheet. You should have 3 in addition to that. So
Oh, okay. Did I miss that perhaps? It is possible.
let me see.
Okay. Should I roll again?
That is so weird that it is rolling that way. Because it's not rolling the black dice. I don't see them.
Well, I just fixed my character sheet to make it 3, so.
Oh, you don't roll.
Oh,
That's
that's
not how you do that.
Oh no? Okay.
So
What do I
it was 0 before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that stays a 0. The way that it would work is you just click
okay.
range combat, and then it'll
Okay.
ask you for the modifiers, and that's when you would roll a +2.
Oh, which is what I did do that when I rolled it.
Yeah, I'm just confused as to why it's doing that. Technical difficulties.
I'll roll 20.
Yeah, I was rolling with other characters and it wasn't doing this.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and that is what it should have been. So that is a success along with a panic. So with panic, the way that works is that you roll on your panic table. You're going to roll a d6, and then you're going to add the amount of stress dice that you have to the roll.
Okay, so if I click the panic button on my character sheet, what is that going to do?
That will roll that for you.
Oh, okay,
Or-
sweet.
Yeah, it should automatically roll it.
Perfect. So I'm going to do that, right?
Yes.
Great.
All right. So on a 6, because you rolled a 2 and then you have 4 stress. On a 6, you're able to keep it together. You struggle for a moment with the blood and viscera that's been flung at you, but you shake it off and you aim the shotgun and blast this critter.
Yeah, I grit my teeth and just unload my shotgun into it. Is there any damage rolled or anything?
So the way that damage is rolled in Alien RPG is actually going to be with the weapon itself. It has a damage modifier. Give me one moment to grab the. So yeah, the pump action shotgun
Mhm.
has a damage roll of 3.
So is that
So
does that
it
mean
will.
3d6?
It will. No, it just does 3 damage to this thing.
Oh, got it. Okay.
However, little thing about the neomorphic bloodburster is that they have armor, and so when a creature has armor, they get to roll a number of d6s that is equal to their armor modifier. And the thing about shotguns is that shotguns double armor for the for creatures. They get double their armor value.
Okay. This is just getting better and better.
The thing
But,
about shotguns.
The thing about your weapon and every choice you've made, it's just been completely fucking garbage.
However, I am terrible at rolling dice, it looks like, and the neomorph didn't roll a single success on its armor. So you aim your shotgun at it and blast, and this thing gets torn apart as the blood and viscera of its body gets spread along the other side of the room.
I point at because this seems appropriate for this moment. I point at Davis and I go and I say, "That's how you fucking take care of shit." And I just spit, like, with still like the guts and crap on my face, and just kind of wipe some of it off.
So, like, you're in your
I'm
seat,
kinda
right?
stable.
So do you spit in your seat?
Yeah,
What's that?
I was just gonna ask, like, is your
Oh, that's right.
visor
I
up?
forgot. I have
Like,
the thing.
or
I have the
do
thing.
we have? Yeah.
No, I spit in the visor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to be a badass, which I think I succeeded in. However, I'm really freaking I've got 4 in stress already. I'm a little stressed out. So I'm going to do my best to portray that. And that means, I guess I forgot to put the visor up. So, which is fine because I wouldn't anyway. It's a space.
You would have the visor down because of everything. No one's taken off their spacesuit
right.
yet.
Yep. Yeah. So I just spit in the visor. And I'm like,
Davis will say, you need to handle your big feelings, Cupcake. And she wants, if possible, even though I know we're kind of like out of turn, can I point my weapon at Cooper? Or wait, or Cooper was the one who had the
Cooper's had just exploded.
blood. Yeah, Cooper's head just exploded. Well, no, I'll keep my weapon trained on Cooper then, just in case.
Mm.
I'm assuming that head exploding means that body has fallen.
Yeah, his body is on the ground. Right now, blood is just pouring out of him as the floor of this once pristine white room is getting just tainted by this dark red blood.
I kind of look at Rye and I'm like, well, dang, brother. That was a really good shot.
Thanks. Yeah. I got a bunch of shit in my visor now. Cham, this is not. Dude, I want to go home. This is bullshit. I don't want to do this. I'm done with this. This is nonsense.
And I kind of like look at the carnage and I look back and I'm like, well, partner, I kind of agree with you right there. And then like, just out of just trying to help in the moment, like I'm trying to like remove the spit from the visor bits on the other end. So that even kind of confused me. I'm like, well, sorry, buddy, I tried, and just looked the other way.
Davis will look at Miller over his shoulder and say, they kind of make a cute couple. It's sickening.
I respond to that.
Miller's eyes are on Reed right now. She's kind of focused in on that. It's kind of waiting to see what Reed will do, because as far as she knows, Reed's not really going to talk to her, but she will talk to Wilson. So she's just going to kind of wait and just keep her eye on them for right now.
I think. Are you talking about the company agent or the colonial?
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. That is Clayton.
Oh, Clayton. Sorry.
Yeah, so Clayton is the company agent for the Cronus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all, everyone, the Cronus crew included, just sit there for a moment. Until finally someone breaks the silence. Flynn. Cooper's, what just happened? I thought the inoculation worked.
So Cham kind of like, steps forward a little bit towards Flynn, and he's like, so are you telling me that, did you all know about this ahead of time? Is that why you put him under?
Clayton comes in and says, we don't have anything to tell you. Everything is classified by the company.
And so I point over at at this bloody pool, and I'm like, well, I'd say that classified file's open, partner.
So
I don't know if you can really hide this anymore.
Johns and Reed, seemingly agreeing with you, come up and say, yeah, Clayton. Johns says, they need to know what happened. So we were investigating. We sat down on LV 1113, where we were investigating these ancient ruins. And Clayton interjects, yes, on an archaeological mission that is classified. Johns continues, yes. But we discovered these important artifacts, and we found these strange mushroom things, like egg sacs. They the sacks emit these black motes into the air, and if it goes into you, it starts to generate into that.
A
But
creature that climbs out your body?
yes,
Hmm.
Flynn, the medic there, then interjects. But we made an inoculation that's supposed to cure it. It's supposed to stop it from happening. I don't understand why it didn't work here.
How many of you took the vaccine?
We all did.
How many other people have died?
After taking the vaccine, none, if that's what you're implying. I mean, not this way, at least.
Yeah, that was my follow-up question.
Mhm.
What was your original crew count
It
when they
was.
sent you out here?
It was.
Oh Christ.
Sorry. Is anyone else noticing? And that's when they all kind of start coughing a little bit.
Oh God, where's Kayla? I need her.
It's the. Sorry. There's It feels like the air's really light here. To which I'm going to remind you all that during Miller and Wilson and Cham's time going up to Mother mentioned that there were a few systems that were not working. The air scrubbers were one of them. The system that makes it so that you're not breathing carbon dioxide. And as a quick reminder to the other systems, the comms were down, and so were the engines. Specifically, it was the engine's connection to the reactor.
Sounds like
So
we
I'm
need to
here-
get those air scrubbers working.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You guys have. Does your ship work?
Ours? Yes.
We go there.
Where's Davis right now? And Cham, are you guys kind of together or no?
I'm
I-
wherever Miller is in front.
Okay. I'm gonna go to whichever one is further away from the guy talking and coughing. Maybe it's Cham.
I was probably like leaned forward a little bit, just trying to like,
Yeah.
Instigating them. So maybe someone else.
And then maybe like so the comms that we have, can we choose to have them go like external, like out of the suit or not? Like, can we keep them just in our ears and not audible loud?
No. You will be heard from outside your spacesuit. You would have to like leave the room.
Okay. In that case, then I nudge Cham, and so we've been in it for a little while. So I give a couple signals to Cham to signify to not trust any of these assholes. It's
And
like
you kinda
you
like-
swear, even at the end, I actually make a little like butthole shape with my hand, like just to really signify my signaling to him.
Just out of just being used to doing it so often. Like I'm used to like getting my hat and kind of like tipping in agreement, but like my hand just like clunks against the the helmet. But you get it. I understand.
So,
Well, you guys are all doing that. I'm gonna say, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go back to Mother. I'm gonna try and get these air scrubbers working. At least get us some air while we figure out what's going on here. I'm going.
You need someone to watch your back?
No, I think it's like just keep these guys here. Don't let them out of this area.
Sure, it's safe to go alone.
Oh, I mean,
It's not safe to go alone. Take this.
Speaking of which, I have the little detector thing. What the hell is it called?
Okay.
Oh,
I want to give
the
that
motion sensor.
the motion sensor. Thank you. Yeah. I want to give that to Wilson.
Okay.
If we're all
Yeah.
staying here, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take this, but I mean, it looks like the danger's really coming from them. So I want to let them out of this room. I'm gonna go to Mother. I'll see what we can do about getting at least air scrubbers working while we figure out everything else.
as Wilson, as you say that, Clayton also says, I'll come with you. I have clearance.
Okay.
Flynn, come with us.
No, wait. No, everybody stay here. I'm going alone. You guys might have clearance. That's fine. I got my own clearance. I work for the company. Whatever happened with that guy could happen with you guys. I want everybody in one area with the person with the shotgun.
I assure you that you'll need my clearance in order to fix the ship.
Fine.
And Johns will say, the rest of us should go to your ship, right? For the so we have clean air.
Out of game question. Do I have a any sort of a standard like knife that I would carry by chance, or no? Because I know I had that harpoon gun or whatever the hell I had. Plus I picked up a shotgun. Do I have anything like melee wise in my possession?
No.
Okay.
Not unless you picked up something. I suppose you could use the shotgun a little bit as like a bat.
Okay.
But you don't have like a melee weapon per se.
I was just thinking in terms of giving goodness gracious. Giving JJ something to for some extra protection.
I mean, I'll just grab something that looks sturdy. Like, is there like a I don't know, like a safety axe or just like a heavy rod or something? Like, it doesn't need to be anything that's an actual weapon, but at least something that could be an improvised like bonking stick.
You could always check one of the other rooms for that, but in the cryo room, nothing really. This is a very bare room with just the cryo dock and like a shower.
Okay.
I kind of like look at the group and I say, I'm like, well, I don't think Eric, your name is Wilson, right?
Yes, I keep
Okay.
having to look at this character sheet
Yeah.
because the name is in the middle of the sheet, and I'm so
Yeah.
used to looking at the left side.
If you
And I'm
guys
like,
go
yes.
to your tokens here, let me shift ping you guys there. Your character tokens have your names under them. You should be able to see them, I believe.
Yeah, so I kind of like motion towards Wilson and I go, well, I think for one thing, it's just me, but I don't think he really needs a company. But also, more so, and I look at the whole group that's wanting to go to the ship, but he goes, I don't know. I just feel like Wilson may not take a whole bunch of time, you know, getting the air back online. But that's just me. I'm pretty hopeful. Seems like he's pretty capable to me, but I don't think that that's quite necessary for y'all to go to the ship. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think you need to listen to my friend here. Just kind of
I agree.
stay put. Yeah.
If there's any contagion, we don't want it going to our ship either.
Then we need to get the scrubbers clean now, because otherwise we'll just die.
Yeah, he's got it covered. He's going to go take care of it right now.
Yeah.
I got this. I know these ships pretty well. We had to learn this back in training. I'll figure this out. Probably an easy couple buttons on a computer somewhere. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Okay. And I'm gonna go do my thing.
Yeah. Wilson, you exit, and Clayton follows you, dragging Flynn along.
Okay.
As they exit the room, we enter into Act 2, The Long Night. I'd like you all to take this moment to go into your personal agendas, as I have updated them with your new agenda for Act 2. All right. Have we all had the opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As Act 2 begins, allow me to... I think it'll be better if we just turn this off. You guys hear a message coming off of your communicators from Mother. Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload of the Montero in T-minus 10 minutes. As you all hear this, I'd like you all to gain a point of stress as you realize that the self-destruct protocol on your ship has just activated.
And the shit is this?
I knew this would happen. I called it.
Miller's gonna look at Davis and just, okay, how long do you think we got?
Now, less than 10 minutes.
I'm gonna get on the comms and be like, Miller, you got to get in. You got to get over here and get in the pilot seat. We got to get this ship moving. We don't have time. We got to get away from the Montanero.
You're going to be able to spin the engines up? The engines aren't working.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll get on the computer, start doing stuff.
Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-minus 9 minutes.
Christ.
So I wonder if we fix the reactor / engines, it would deactivate the self-destruct sequence.
We have to go on that ship to do that.
Yeah, it is not the Cronus that is self-destructing. It is the Montero.
Oh,
The ship we came
Montero.
from.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it is your
Double
ship.
fuck.
Your ship with, may I remind you, especially those of you who care about your payday, your priceless tritium gas on board.
So remind me why we care about this. Our ship, my money's on there, man. Why do we care about this?
We gotta go get that fixed, but we also need to figure this out here. Cham and Davis, get over there and see if you can figure out how to shut things down.
Captain.
Let's go. No hesitation. Yeah.
No.
Man.
She's going to clap Rye on her shoulder as she walks past.
I got,
Keep it locked down.
I've just got my like you see my fingers in the trigger hole of the shotgun, and I'm just kind of like caressing it with my fingertip back and forth as I stare at how many. There's two NPCs in here now, right? Because 2 went with JJ, if I recall.
There is Johns and Reed.
Okay. Yeah. What are we doing, Captain?
I think I'm gonna head up to Mother with Wilson to see what's going on there. And Rye, why don't you have at trying to figure out what's going on here? Do what you do best. Just gonna clap Rye on the shoulder and just head out.
So you fucking leave me alone in here?
You got a shotgun. You'll be good.
Yeah, so I by myself hold the shotgun on what, one, so just one then? Because one went with the captain, is that correct? Or no?
So it looks like Wilson and Clayton and Flynn were heading towards Mother. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Mother of the Cronus, or were you heading towards the Montero as well?
They were heading towards the Mother of Cronus.
And then Miller, you're trying to follow them right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna move you guys here, and Miller, you're gonna be here. I believe that Johns would say, Miller, let me help, and come with you. Reed is following Johns, and then what would Rye and Cham be doing?
I thought Cham went with Davis.
Yeah.
Davis to the Cronus, right?
We're going back to the Montero.
Oh, Montero, yeah.
You guys
Shut
are going
down.
back to the Montero.
Right.
And Rye, are you going with them, or?
No, I'm not leaving this guy by himself. Or wait, no, it's just a dead guy, huh?
Yeah, it's just a dead guy.
Oh yeah, then I'm going with Davis and Cham then. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
No reason
as
to watch a dead, decapitated body.
you guys begin to all head towards your locations. You guys start heading towards the Junction A1, which is where you guys came in from. Miller, you notice as Wilson takes a right here and also heads towards Junction A1.
Okay. Oh, follow.
Yeah, you guys are all heading towards the airlock, it looks like.
Okay.
So everybody starts moving over to the Montero.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys get onto the Montero now. You guys get in from the airlock. Sorry, that is right here.
I was not going over to the Montero.
You are not? Oh, okay.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
You're going to the Cronus.
I'm in the
Mother.
Cronus. I
You're-
was yeah. I'm working on Mother right now.
Yeah, Rye, Cham, and Davis went to Montero.
Gotcha. I misunderstood some of the secret stuff that I was learning. I've got like 7 different chats open. Okay, so it is everybody but Wilson, Clayton, and Flynn that is just heading to the Montero then?
Miller was heading to the Cronus to meet up with Wilson to see what's
Okay.
going on there.
Yeah, you guys are all heading towards Mother there. And let's focus on the 3 that are heading towards. Yeah, we're going to focus on the 3 that are heading towards the Montero then. So, Rye, Davis, Cham, as you get onto the Montero, you hear cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-8 minutes. As you are now on the Montero, what do you want to do?
Davis is going to say, I'm going to the bridge. You guys go check on, I'm spacing on the reactor. What drives this thing?
It would be your
Go check-
reactor core.
Yeah, okay.
Your fission drive.
Fission drive. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. I was just trying to find that on the map.
Yeah, this is a very simplified map. It is in like the lower docks, so it's not on this map specifically.
Yeah, so do you go there?
Yeah. Keep in mind, you guys still have the airlock connected to the Cronus.
Mm,
You want me to watch you guys want me to watch the lock?
yeah, probably so.
We get the Montero steady, and then we get back over there, yeah?
Yeah.
Good plan.
All right, I'll watch the lock. I just stand guard at the lock with my shotgun, make sure nothing's going to get through.
All right, let's start with Cham. Cham, you go down to the reactor. As you hear, cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-7 minutes. And at that same time, Davis, you get to the bridge. Cham, what do you do here now that you're at the fission drive?
So I want to evaluate how I can possibly fix it, what's going wrong, what kind of visual I can see.
Yeah, I want you to roll me a heavy machinery roll.
Do I add any modifiers to that?
Not for this one, no.
Okay.
3 successes. So,
Yes.
what you can tell right away is there's nothing wrong. With 3 successes, you know for a fact this is exactly how you left it. There is nothing wrong with this fission reactor.
So I go on so in my comms, does it reach the Cronus as well, or is it just within my proximity with everyone in Montero?
You can pick and choose individuals, and you can choose the group. So you can choose to have it be like one person or everybody.
So I'll just make it one person for now. So I kind of do a private comm to Davis, and I go, "Well, Sam Hell, there's nothing wrong with this damn machine."
What does Davis see on the bridge?
All you see is the computer for Mother counting down by the second. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-6 minutes.
What are you talking about? I've got a countdown up here. We've got 6 minutes, and it's the fission drive.
I'm telling you right now, I'm looking through everything in this room, the reactor, everything. It's as if nothing was ever changed the second I left this place. Nothing's wrong.
Davis would like to calm or try to calm to Miller and say, Captain, I've got a countdown on the bridge. Chams is telling me that the reactor is fine. We're still attached. If this blows, you're coming with us.
If you can manually override the countdown, if you can just get the systems to shut down from the bridge.
Copy. And that's what I'll do. I'll try and manually override the countdown.
Roll me a ComTech roll. As you're trying to interface
ComTech
with
roll.
Mother. Yeah. You're
Got
trying to interface with Mother and basically say, Mother, stop doing this. We don't want the ship to explode.
Yes. Mama No, submit.
Mhm.
Excellent. So,
And for all of our listeners, that's a 1 success and a 2 panic, which is excellent.
so the good news is that multiple panics don't mean anything, at least in original Alien RPG. So you are just going to roll a regular panic roll with a +4 to the roll.
Panic?
That is an 8. Let me grab what that is. So on an 8 panic roll, tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility, which includes your piloting, will suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And
Tracks.
this is what causes your trembling as you hear from Mother. You tell Mother, stop this countdown. Like, we don't want the ship to explode. And Mother says, I can't do that, Davis. This is result of Special Order 966.
Who gave you the order, Mother?
I can't tell you that, Davis. I recommend that you vacate before the ship explodes.
Oh, you're not taking this ship. This ship isn't
Cascade
yours.
failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-4 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
It is at this moment that you all realize the ship is going to explode.
Mhm.
There's nothing you can do about that. There is some power beyond your means causing this. I will-
Oh, sorry. Go on.
All good. I will remind you all that you have your tritium gas still in the cargo hold, with your trusty small docking ship, Daisy,
Yeah.
the little freighter
Yeah.
that you guys have, and the power loader on it as well to start loading that if you would like to save those.
Yeah.
I
I
radio. I radio Cham. Just Cham.
Mhm.
But buddy, what's going on? I'm just. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything from you. You or that, or God forbid, Davis. Not hearing anything from either of you. What's going on? Like, what are we doing? What's going on? Did you fix it?
So in a very serious tone that you're not really used to hearing from Cham, he goes, Sister, we're gonna have to abandon ship, but don't worry. Your sister isn't gonna suffer without any compensation, including yourself. I'm gonna save this. Is it called tritium?
Yeah, it's tritium
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah, I'm gonna save this tritium gas for you, buddy. And so I started trying to go over there to save it.
You start heading down to the cargo hold. Davis, Rye, what do you two do now that you both know the information that we just talked about with the ship exploding? You all know that in order for you to make sure that the Montero doesn't damage the Cronus, you will need to disconnect the ship and get it out of its speed that it's on with the Cronus. If you want to get your tritium gas, you'll also need to get someone to open up the cargo hold to dock the Daisy on the Cronus.
Okay, so it sounds like out of game. It sounds like disconnect. We have to disconnect, and then we're all gonna make the three of us are gonna make our way towards the escape ship and do the respective things to try to get the tritium stuff and get out, and then so we can dock onto the other ship. Correct?
Yeah, if you're trying to get the tritium out.
Yeah.
I think we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
tracks.
hey, you guys don't want to lose out on your shares, or worse, get sued by the company for not bringing that back.
Or worse.
Yeah. Yeah. I need money.
Hey guys, lawsuits are not anything to laugh at.
So I close up. Yeah, that's its own horror, right? I close up.
The true horror of Alien RPG. If you fail, you either die by a xenomorph or you die by lawsuit.
Yeah, on that note, I totally close down the airlock doors and whatnot and try to disconnect that.
Yeah, I will need a heavy machinery roll from you for that.
Okay. I'm sure this is going to go great.
Yeah.
I have the utmost confidence. No modifier?
No modifier.
Okay, great.
Hey, that is a success.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And as I lock it up, I say I radio all comms. And I say, and what is this? The Montero, right?
Yes.
I say, Montero beginning evacuation processes. And then what is it? What is the little ship?
The Daisy. You guys have
the Daisy. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that is the name that your crew has lovingly given the ship.
I say, be on the lookout for little Daisy. That is all. And then I click back over. I click back over to Cham. On my way in your direction.
So, over back on the Cronus. You hear this, Miller and Wilson, what they just said, and you realize that what Rye was saying was, we're going to be getting off the Montero and docking on the Cronus. But you both already learned from Mother. Last session, I believe I mentioned it. I might not have, but you would have learned this. The hangar is locked up, so the Daisy can't dock at the moment. So you guys have to figure out how to open that up for them if you want them to get in with your payday.
Yeah, Miller's just gonna start booking it over there. She'll look at, because I think John's came with her. She'll look over at them and point this way. We gotta go, and just start running.
Yeah, and he basically just is like, "Yeah, yes, ma'am," and just immediately follows, almost like he was looking for someone to take charge of the situation. At that point as well, Wilson, you are now over at Mother. I know that you were trying to interface with her. What would you like to do, knowing this new information?
Well, now I want to see what I got to do to get the engines fired up on this.
Yeah.
And at least moving. I want to get the engines fired. I want to try and move us away from the Montero.
Roll me a Comtech roll to interface with Mother.
Yeah. Let me expand my character sheet here really quick. Comtech is something I'm actually really good at, if I remember right.
Yep. Corporate agents are really, really witty.
Yeah, where is my Comtech?
Should be on the right-hand side of the character sheet.
There you are. No, it's only a 1, huh? Okay, that's fine.
You might be more of the manipulative one.
I am more of the manipulative one. Did that do the thing?
Yeah, so you try interfacing with do you have any stress?
I do not.
You should have a stress from seeing the alien creature.
Oh, okay. So want me to re-roll that?
Just roll 1d6. If it rolls a 1, it's a panic roll. If it rolls a 6, then it's success.
It's a panic roll.
All right. Roll me a panic roll.
Where is that button over here? It's just. Sorry, the screen. Where is my panic roll? There you are.
All right. So on a 6, you keep it together, but you're a little frustrated as you're just like, damn it, mother, tell me what I want to know. So it's going to take you a little bit of time, about a turn, about like 5 to 10 minutes, to learn the information that you're looking for.
Okay.
As you all hear, once again, Mother's lovely voice. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-3 minutes. Back on the Montero, the three of you are now in the hangar, trying to load up the tritium gas. They are very heavy, but you have a power loader there. In order to use a power loader, you need to have a heavy machinery of at least a 3, I believe. So I believe the only person who has that is Cham.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Cham, I'm going to need a heavy machinery roll from you to get the tritium gas onto the Daisy. And while you roll that, Davis, I believe that you actually might have been in the on the bridge, trying to get the Montero out of speed with the Cronus, right?
Yeah, I would have tried to slow her down if I know that's what needed to be done.
Yeah, you believe that you'll need to do that in order to prevent the nuclear explosion from damaging the Cronus further.
Right. Yep.
And Cham, takes you no time. You get every single tritium gas tank on the Daisy. You are working just even better under pressure right now. And Rye is there just cheering you on, pointing out where you need to put them all. And getting them.
It's like I don't have to look at the control scheme or like anything with the machinery. It's just like it just comes so naturally. I'm just able to just do it, just like looking straight forward, just totally focused.
Yeah, and you guys get all of that gas strapped in along with the power loader. So the power loader will come with you guys to the Cronus. Davis, roll me a piloting check to try and get the Montero out of sync with the Cronus.
Okay, and this is considered an agility roll, so my modifier is a -2, right?
Yes, because you are still panicking. There we go. And with one success, you are able to veer off and increase the Montero's speed ever so slightly. So you know that the Montero will be close enough for you to get onto the Daisy and start moving over to the Cronus, but will also veer off so that it doesn't stay near the Cronus.
Got it. I will calm and say, "We're set on the bridge. I'm coming to Daisy," and I'll take off.
As you do that, you do hear me just over the top, yeah, just as you do it.
Yeah. You start booking it to the cargo bay. As back on the Cronus, Miller, Johns is telling you, like, we need to go down this stairwell. The elevator should be working here so that we can just get down to the vehicle bay right away.
All right. When I was in Mother, it was saying that the cargo hold was having issues, so we're probably going to have to fix a few things down there. How much do you know about it?
I'm not exactly our engineer, so I don't know all that much. But I'll help however I can.
Well, that's what we're going to have to do, so.
All right,
Should-
so. Oh, yeah, what was that?
Oh, she'll just keep heading, like head down straight ahead.
You start heading down as you hear, once again, Mother say, Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T minus 2 minutes. I will need from you a mobility roll to get down there in time.
Ability.
Now, remember, no success is no panic. You can push that if you would like.
Yeah, maybe I'll try
Yeah.
to push.
Roll, add 1 stress and roll.
Add a stress. Mobility.
1 success. You, Johns, and Reed make your way down to the vehicle bay, passing by multiple different areas in the ship, but not for long enough to be able to really see all that much.
All right.
Now, in the vehicle bay, you see that there are a few vehicles. There are a couple of ATVs in the vehicle bay, all-terrain vehicles. There is a loading crane, and the place overall is quite dark and dim. So a far cry from the top level of the Cronus. Johns points out the office over there. That's where we need to go.
All right. She'll just head in that direction.
And you begin to head into there. Back on the Montero. The 3 of you are now on the Daisy, and your pilot has just gotten there. I will need from whoever feels like they should pilot this, probably the pilot. I will need a piloting check in order to get the Daisy to the Cronus. And as you get into the Daisy, you once again hear Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T minus 59, 58, 57.
Yeah, she's gonna jump in the seat. The tremble is visible, right?
It is very, very visible.
Okay. Okay.
In
she's-
Alien, are we able to attempt to like calm someone down, or is that just impossible?
Yes, you can.
calm
So
emotions.
I'm glad you reminded me of that. So that would be an empathy roll. Allow me to just find it real quick in the book.
Because a part of my thing, Meg, is I'm always trying to help everyone.
Yes.
So
So command. It is an empathy roll. When another character makes a panic roll and loses control, you can make a command roll to return them to their senses.
okay, so just command with no modifier.
Yes.
Okay.
1 success, 1 panic. I will need a panic roll from you. As you are trying to stop Davis's panic, you begin to tremble as well. The exact same thing. You are going to have a -2 modification to your mobility checks until your panic stops. As you're panicking, Davis doesn't quite know that you're just really worried about her messing this up. But feeling your hand on hers, she's like, "No, I can do this. I can do this." And your panic stops, Davis.
Oh,
Because the 1 success, as long as a panic doesn't stop you from doing your successful roll, it still goes through.
okay.
So you no longer have that -2.
Nice.
Got it. Cool. She's take a deep breath. She's starting to flip switches. She'll say thanks. Thanks.
You got it,
Just keep repeating that while she's trying to get her in the air. All right, piloting roll.
minus 30, 29, 28, and yes, piloting roll. 27.
There you go.
That is 1 panic and 2 successes. So I will need a panic roll from you.
Yeah.
Can I do a help action in this situation?
Once a panic is rolled, the panic goes first. After and then so we'll see once we see what the panic roll is.
Okay.
So with the help of Cham, you're simply able to keep it together. You rolled low enough on that where nothing happens. You just keep it together and you're like, no, I can do this. I can do this. Even with the with Mother blaring on, continuing to make everything quite pressuring to you. As you hear 15, 14, 13, you begin to get the daisy up and the doors begin to open. 12, 11, 10, you start moving out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you keep going now towards the Cronus. 4, 3, 2, 1. As the Montero behind you explodes. You all see your home, the place that you have all been for so long. Now nothing more than space dust. And you feel the need to scream, but in space, no one can hear you scream.
Fuck it, man. We got the stuff, so we got the money.
Yes,
it is
and
what it is.
You all start heading towards the Cronus vehicle bay. But your survival is still contingent on one person.
Oh no.
Miller. You are now in the dispatch office. Trying to figure out how to open up the vehicle bay.
Okay.
And this is where it gets fun.
Oh, good.
As the three of you are in there, Johns is like, you need to there, and there. And you instinctively know the technology and you're running towards it to start working on that. Strangely enough, in this room, you see a spacesuit.
Okay.
It seems to be like this large white bowl looking thing. And it's kind of like shrouded in darkness as you begin to work on the controls. I need a Comtech roll from you first. All right, 1 success, 1 panic. I need you to roll that panic roll for me.
Okay.
I love Alien RPG. Don't you guys? Panicking. Ooh, a 9.
I can hear the smile on your face.
The glee in his voice.
Oh, this is so perfect. So, on a 9, whether by stress, confusion, or the realization that you're all going to die anyway, you drop a weapon or other important item. The GM decides which one, and your stress level increases by 1. So, you get onto the computer, you do what you need to do. You lock the door to the office so that everything is pressurized in the room, and you begin to click on the computer as you unlock the vehicle bay. And as soon as a sigh of relief comes off as you see through the glass, the door opening, on the computer, something falls onto it. This massive white tail.
Oh.
Seemingly coming from that spacesuit with the bulbous white head. As you drop your pistol and fall to the ground, and you begin to back up on the ground as this thing begins to shake awake. As you see what appears to be a fully grown version of one of those creatures that burst out of Cooper.
Oh.
As it begins to shake itself awake, it you realize wasn't facing towards you as it begins to kind of like slenderly fall to the ground. I need you to now make a mobility check to hide.
Yep.
And while this is happening, the Daisy sees that the doors to the vehicle bay have opened. Everything has started flying out of it. Oh, I love that.
Oh no.
The evil
Everything.
laugh.
0 success, 1 panic.
As everything begins to just start flying out of the vehicle bay, the ATVs, all these different boxes, I need one more piloting check from you, Davis, to try and get into the vehicle bay.
Ready?
While that's going on, Miller, please roll me your panic roll.
Good. Okay.
Davis, you are flying like a badass. You are flying like a badass, Davis, as you're just like dodging the ATVs. These cargo boxes start flying past you, and you're just like, this is so easy. The Daisy flies like a glove. Meanwhile, Miller, on a 10, freeze. You are frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next action. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range increases by 1.
Short range feels like just Miller, though, right?
Oh,
Because, I mean, we're in a ship, you know.
Miller, Johns, and Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't care about Johns and Reed. It's fine.
Going
They're
so
red
long, so
shirts. They're
fast.
fodder. They don't matter. Davis, that's like it's not even. That's like literally the best you've ever fucking flown. I guess all it takes is a little pressure for you to finally step up to the plate, right, Cham? Yeah, good job.
Yeah, hell yeah, sister. You did one
My
hell of a job.
backhanded compliment.
And while you guys are having a good time, this creature falls to the floor and gets up. Its terrifying figure freezes you in place, Miller, as it looks at you.
Are we seeing this on the ship as we're coming in, by the way?
That was my
No.
question. Yeah.
You don't. However, you have now officially gotten into the vehicle bay and have noticed that the door is not closing.
Davis is gonna say, "Fuck you, Rye," and then she's gonna calm Miller and say, "Captain, we're in. You can close the doors."
As this is now coming off of your comms, this creature begins getting closer and closer to you. As you see this just bulbous white head begins to, where you thought there was like no seam between like its flesh, it begins to open like the seam of a doll as you begin to start seeing teeth. And not just teeth, but a jaw that begins pushing out of its own mouth.
We're about to lose our captain.
I take it Miller can't respond, right?
She is frozen in
Okay.
fear.
So not hearing a response is going to freak Davis out more than not seeing the door close. So she's going to say it again, "Captain, close the door." No
And-
response. "Captain." And she's going to start getting up to get off the ship
You can't because the
door's open. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is where you hear through the comms, bang, bang, 2 shots from a weapon as Reed, the Colonial Marine that had come down with you, picked up your pistol and started shooting this thing. We are going to see if they can hit.
Oh my gosh.
So they have a range combat of 3 and an agility of 4. Okay.
Huh?
Okay. I see you, Reed. Reed got 4 successes.
Oh.
Yeah.
and is just going to pump that all into damage for this. Is going to roll its armor against that, which it doesn't get any, as oh no, it does get one. So it is going to take 3 damage as you see as Reed just begins to start firing, bang, 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 into this thing, and it curls away for a moment, and then I'm going to ask Miller to determine your fate. Roll me a d6. The way that enemies work in this game is they have 6 things they can do, and I make you guys roll that for me.
Okay.
It begins to hiss, this terrifying hiss, as I will need an immediate panic roll from Miller.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're never getting off the ship.
No.
Ugh.
Oh, it just gets better and better. You keep rolling slightly higher every time. An 11. So on an 11, you must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible.
Did she go under the desk?
Yes, yeah. You begin
can,
to...
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
well, yeah, what were you going to say?
all I was gonna say is, can I radio Wilson? But I can do that. Like, we can finish off with Miller first.
No, please, Radio Wilson.
Yeah. I'm just going straight to Wilson. Wilson, something's up with the captain. This door's not getting closed. Can you close it from where you are? You were fucking around with the computers, right? But when we were leaving, you working on that?
What can I do in that situation?
Yeah, so at this point, you can ask Mother to try and close the doors. They were locked before, but as far as everyone's aware, what Miller did unlocked them.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, roll me a Comtech roll.
All right.
I was meaning to come back to you anyways, since I know that it's been a minute since we've seen what Wilson was up to. Success. At that moment, Wilson, you hear this from your crewmate, and you're like, okay. As you start to work on Mother, and a few short moments after, you guys see as the door begins to close.
Do your stuff.
Good looking out.
All right. Miller, roll me one more d6 to see what else this Neomorph does as Reed begins to just continue to fire at it. This time missing and just shooting wide as this thing begins to rush towards Reed and just knock the gun out of the way. That's a 6?
Yeah. Yeah, I just rolled one. Oh, yeah.
The creature looks to Reed, gets up to Reed, grabbing them in the face, hissing, and then its tail comes up and stabs right through Reed's face. Miller, you get one more point of stress.
Yeah.
It then hisses and breaks through the window, looking from the dispatch office to the vehicle bay, and runs into a vent.
I was so sure it was going to come towards us.
And we don't see this.
No,
We don't see
you
it running
We
through
don't know
that,
any
right?
of this yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
you do not see this, as it just ran right into the nearest vent.
Okay.
Miller, you do see the trail of blood as it did take Reed's body along with your pistol.
Oh.
Good. Good. She's gonna calm to the team. We had a situation in the office. It has now moved to the vents, and it is loaded, locked and loaded with a body.
And at that moment as well, Wilson, you get your ping back from Mother about the engines. As you were looking into that before.
Mm-hmm.
She finally gets back to you and says, Company agent, the reactor will need maintenance in order to be viable again. There is nothing that I can do.
Of course. So I'm gonna get on the comms and tell say, all right, we got to get these reactors maintenanced. I can't get this ship moving from here.
And at that moment as well, Johns falls over. And he is on the ground hyperventilating.
Yeah, I'm peacing out. I'm gonna lock him in. Wait, I'm inside
Yeah.
Mother's room. I'm in Mother's room, right?
Yeah, Johns
Yeah,
is in the cargo.
I'm put. Oh, that's right. He's not in.
Yeah.
They're not around me. That's not who's with me. Who's the guy with me again?
Clayton and Flynn. Clayton,
There
the
we
company
go.
agent, and Flynn, the medic.
There we go. Okay, I got that mixed up.
All good.
Ignore me.
Clayton says, the air's getting a bit thin here. Do you mind if we walk and talk?
It's not at all freaking creepy.
Mm-mm.
Come on.
Or suspicious. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
at least one or two EVA suits back near Cryo.
Wait, is this the guy around me?
That is Clayton, the one next to you, yes.
Yeah. Walk and talk. Yeah, let's do that.
Let me real quick move a couple people around. I just want to make sure everyone's where they're supposed to be. There we go. So she begins to walk with you over to the cryo bay. Past the cryo bay, there is an area with showers and wardrobe where she goes in and grabs two of the EVA suits in there and puts them on and puts the other one on Flynn. So I understand that the company probably sent you to come and rescue us. Do you know why?
I'm putting two and two together here.
It's because of what we found on LV-1113. And there is more in the science lab. We need to get it, repair the ship, and take it back so that we can just get filthy rich off of it. I assume that you have the order to help us do that.
I don't know. I'm going to say you don't really have the clearance to know what my orders are, but if it aligns with us getting out of here, you can rest assured that I'm on the same page up to that point.
Good. We need to make our way to the science lab so that we can secure the chemicals.
How dangerous are these materials that we're working with?
As long as we keep them cooled and in their containers, we'll be fine.
Okay.
But
So containment's the name of the game. Keep it cold.
yes, I want to move them to where if everything goes to shit, we can at least get out of here with it.
So probably to our freighter, our little freight ship.
That's one way. But I've got another idea.
Hmm. Do tell.
Oh, you don't have the clearance for that, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
But if you stick with me, you'll find out. As the scene begins to fade to black, and the rest of you down in the vehicle bay start to meet up again. Miller looks terrible, like she's seen a ghost. As all 5 of you, including John's, meet up.
Man, Captain, you look like shit.
Oh, and John's is passed out.
Yeah.
I take my shotgun out and I stand over John's.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Davis was immediately pulling her gun. As soon as she got off the ship, she was pulling her gun.
As I hold the shotgun over John's on the ground, it's aimed at his head, and I just look at Cham and I look at Davis, and I just say the word.
Captain, what the fuck happened?
Well, I was at the computer, and then there was a tail, and then chaos. One of those creatures that we saw pop out of Cooper. I didn't see it pop out of necessarily anything except for a spacesuit. But it was a lot bigger, and it was a lot meaner,
And
and it had a lot of teeth.
Miller, you make the realization, oh, it was the spacesuit.
Hmm?
It looked exactly like one.
Oh. Okay. Well, it was a monster spacesuit. Yep. I don't know what Brandon
I shoot John's in the head. As soon as Captain says that, I shoot John's in the fucking head.
All right, so
And Davis would like to raise her fist to fist bump Rye.
you will need to make a roll in order to be able to do this.
Okay.
So, there's something in this game called a coup de grace. So, when you go down to 0 hit points, you don't die. You become broken. In John's case, he's been losing HP as he hasn't been able to breathe, and he is in the broken state. If he stays in there and you are not able to get air back on, he will die.
Okay.
In order to kill him, you need to roll me an empathy roll, just the attribute with no stress dice, and you need to fail it.
Okay. So I roll. Do I just click on the
Yeah.
word empathy?
Yeah, so just click on empathy, no modifiers. You need to fail that empathy roll because you are actively choosing to murder a fellow person.
Uh-huh.
It is not something for the faint of heart.
Okay.
Let me guess. We're all gonna get stressed if he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
So, as you succeed on your empathy roll, you pull the shotgun to John's, knowing just in your head, you're like, I know if I don't do this, he's just going to turn into one of them. But you can't pull the trigger. You just
I bet you I could if I spent a story point. Right?
no, you need to fail this.
I can't flip it from a success to a fail.
No.
I can't do the opposite. Son of a bitch.
So-
All right.
Can I just like pat pat Ryan on the back? I'm like, I'll take care of it.
It's gonna kill us. It's
Yeah.
gonna. This thing's
I have
gonna
a-
whatever.
I have a
Whatever
cutting
the other one
torch.
is, these things are just gonna fucking kill us. Both. They're gonna kill us, Cham. We've come this far. I got money I need to take back to my brother. I gotta get home.
I understand.
I'm not going out like this.
I'm gonna help you, brother, or not brother, but sister. So I get my cutting torch. This is an unspeakable horror of what I'm about to do because this is a cutting torch. So I try to murder now.
Man, this is so wonderfully disturbing.
Well, I agree with you.
This is such a quaint friendship story right here.
Yeah, a bonding activity.
So
Good old Cham. Good old Cham.
is it heavy machinery with the cutting torch?
I will real quick. I want to do a quick secret message. Because I do want to double check on something for you, Ben, that no one else should know.
Did you send it on Discord?
It's gonna be coming through Zoom real quick. I just want to make sure you read that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I come to my senses, and I wanted to help you in the moment, but I do realize that what was his name again?
His name is Johns.
Yeah, so I do feel like probably keeping Johns in the moment is a potential liability, but learning more from Johns could potentially help us. So
Johns did seem to be the person who was wanting to tell you more.
Yeah, so I kind of like pull back. Ryan, I'm like, I even had to hold myself back, but I think we may not want to, cut this one loose just yet.
Cham, what the actual fuck? I swear to God. I swear to God, if I die, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to be so mad at you if I die. This is bullshit. And I just turn and step away. And I'm kind of, you see, I kind of walk away sort of like kind of just pacing around, maybe casually looking around where I'm pacing as I kind of ignore the rest of you momentarily.
Okay. Did you see me kind of like you see my helmet just kind of go like just a little sad at that. It's like that was just such an extreme reaction of me trying to save a leg.
Oh yeah.
Miller kind of like after that and shaking off her terrified state a little, she's just gonna look over at Johns and look at the rest of you guys, and we need to get him to med bay. They were trying to help when the monster just started ripping into us, I guess. It got Reed, took him into the vents, but they were both trying to help. So let's get him to med.
Davis will look around in the vehicle bay. Is there like a flatbed truck or like a pulley or something like that we can throw him onto so we can cart him down there?
Everything in the vehicle bay flew out when it was opened to
when the door was open.
Space. Yeah.
All right, Champs. You wanted to keep him alive? You're gonna help me drag his ass to the med bay. You want head or feet?
Oh, I'll get the head.
Sounds good.
Remember,
that's where the monsters came out of.
I'm not touching shit. It's bullshit.
And I just go, just think just for a moment, this could help us potentially.
Since when are you into science, dude?
I'm not into science. I'm just saying this could potentially just like help us live.
I mean, I could see, Davis pulling some shit like this, but not you.
Davis will just kind of give a look of like, yeah, I would pull shit like this. Yeah. As she picks up the feet
Yeah, I'm lagging behind the two of you slightly.
So as the danger becomes more apparent, and as you are now all trapped on the Cronus with the unconscious Johns with you, Wilson with Clayton and Flynn elsewhere on the ship, you all come to the realization as well that this could be the place that you all die. And that is where we're going to call it tonight. I know I'm calling it a little bit early, but I do want to prepare a few things that I think will be fun for next session.
So
And
are we
make
in
sure
the Act
that I'm
3?
able to. No, we are still in Act 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Act 3 will start probably about halfway through next session.
Okay.
Man, I'm really curious about all this secret agenda shit going on.
Remember to read those, everyone, if you haven't, because it's important to remember those for what your character is wanting to do in the act. It helps drive your character's plot forward.
Yep.
That was fun. This game is so
Yeah.
insanely nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the Montero exploding,
Yeah.
as well as the nerves that get added on with potentially evil science stuff that might be turning people into monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I love
great.
to get mad at this game. Like, you know how when you play certain role-playing games and like you get mad at what's going on, but it's like it makes you enjoy it. Like you're not mad at the game master, you're mad at the situation
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like the intensity of it. You just like you're like, God damn it, how can I get out of this?
Mhm.
I feel like this is one of those great systems where also like you begin to kind of distrust your other players, and that adds to the tension, especially because of what we heard from Wilson before.
What? What do we hear?
Yeah.
Oh well, you guys didn't hear it. Yeah, sorry for it being a little bit shorter. There's just a couple of things I want to prep for next session.
You're good.
It's all good.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I would
Um,
expect next session might actually be the end, and that's kind of why I want to prep, because I think I can come to a very satisfying conclusion in the last session.
Okay.
And we're all gonna die in the med lab. Got it.
Yeah.
Sounds
Then
good.
whatever's played the following Thursday, I will only be able to be there for a part of it because I'll be traveling back from a work trip. But I'll be able to get a host set up and all that stuff, so we can play through a whole session, regardless of what that ends up being. So,
Okay.
and I'll send you messages when the podcast is ready on other sources, and the new ones will get put up every Thursday.
Nice.
So we're gonna start building a bank of them and just scheduling all of them. Sorry, Eric, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I forgot what I was even thinking. I was thinking out loud.
Off topic, and I just like want to make sure I say this because like I always feel bad in my sessions when this kind of stuff happens. I'm really sorry, Eric, for you not having as much to do this time.
What are you talking about? I was doing plenty.
I try to. One of the things one of my philosophies is a revolving spotlight, kind of like a revolving door, but it's the spotlight. And I try to constantly do that. I wasn't creative enough to know like where to put Wilson in.
Honestly, sometimes with less is more for the character, depending on what's going on. And I really feel like less was more for tonight with that character.
Okay. Yeah. Next session, I think you'll have a lot to do.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, no, Trust me, I think I had just the amount of on-screen time that I needed.
One last thing I did want to mention. Next session might be the long one. So I know like I've been trying to keep them to like around 2 hours. Next session might be a 3-hour one. Because I might push to make it the final one. If I feel like I can write a good enough conclusion to it.
I should be good.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
I do
That
have a
works.
suggestion since Bill, you said that not next Thursday, but the Thursday after that, you're going to be yeah. So
Be there
I know
for
that you-
part time. Yeah, part of it.
yeah. So I know that you really wanted to do Fabula. So just so you don't like potentially miss it, if next session it really is like the end of like Alien,
Yeah.
I could do a one shot of something. So the next thing that we do
Okay.
is Fabulous, so you don't miss any of it.
I mean, sure. I'm happy to do that. That's fine. Or I'd be cool with that. I would say, and then if you want to like use me in some weird ass way because I'm only there for part of it, like that,
Mhm.
I'm cool with that too.
Okay.
We can surprise everybody else or whatever. Or I could just be somebody that just disappears or dies halfway through. It's fine. I'll play it out and have fun with it.
One
So-
go on. Mine's unrelated.
Okay. Well, so I will say the only thing that I can like on semi short notice to me that to me is considered short notice. I'm such a slow reader, but the only thing on somewhat short notice that I can do for a one shot is probably Riverbank. So if everyone's okay with it, I can do character creation with everyone and the session all in one go, and it would be more than enough time to do something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The one thing I was gonna ask was Alien RPG related. How's everyone liking the system? Do you guys feel like you have a good understanding of it based on the way I've been running it?
Now I do. Halfway through this session, it like there was like a moment, I think with everyone, at least on like on the Montero trying to get out, it just like there was like a click. Like I totally understood. So no, it was a lot of fun once it happened.
Okay. Perfect. It's like, so the way that I think about it is in like D&D terms at least, is it's skill challenge the game. Like it's like you're making constant skill challenges to like do what you're trying to do to save your life.
Yeah.
And the game mother's role, that's GM for Alien RPG. Their role is to just add in stuff to like increase the tension. The neomorph being there at the end was not in the module, but I felt like it would be a perfect way to like make that entire thing worse.
Mm.
I thought the half the cast was about to be slaughtered. To be honest with you, once that happened.
It worked. Yeah.
And the reason I was asking is because since I know we were all talking about like doing systems again, when you guys want to, I do still have 2 more of these to that I can go through.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We'll see if I can just keep increasing my panic rolls.
Yeah.
So
You really don't want to. Like,
so I'm
Seems I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
your next one.
I'm
was-
curious.
Go on.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say I'm curious, Eric, because I don't know how much I know you've ran Alien a bunch of times. I don't know how much you played Alien, so like
Oh, I've only
Is
ever
it-
played.
what's that?
I've only ever played.
You've only ever played?
Yeah.
I thought you've run it.
No, this is one
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
run yet.
Do
Oh,
I
got it,
compare
okay.
to the other people who have run it for you?
Very, very similar.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we ran the couple of times we did a mostly homebrew stuff, but it was, as far as how the game progresses and is being played, very, very similar.
Okay.
Yeah, you I mean, I would put you definitely on par with one of the guys from the Wednesday night crew when we've played Alien, I think twice, two different one shots or whatever, or short, like few sessions, 2 or 3 act stuff. And right in line with that, I think if anything, in the other group, there was way too many, like everybody was way more familiar with the movies than me. So there was a lot of references that they were using, which was kind of like character archetype references and stuff.
Yeah.
It was still good. It was fun. But I of course played differently than that. So, but yeah, no, it's been solid, man.
Perfect.
I
Go on.
No, please go ahead.
I'm really happy to hear that you guys are having a good time. This is a favorite game of mine. I really love playing it. I've never actually been a player. I've only ever GM'd it because I'm the only one in my friend group that wants to play it. But like I love being a game master, and I love running this game specifically.
One of the things I like about this system is it offloads the need to think about what the alien is going to do, and it's just a condition. You just roll a die, it tells you exactly what happens. It's got its own little automation to it, and it works well.
This game is really good for the for letting the dice like really speak the story into play.
That's true for a lot of free league games. Like I have Vaesen, which runs a very similar system.
Yeah.
In fact, all free league games run very similar systems. And yeah, the dice do a really good job of guiding the play.
Heck yeah, man. I've played it. I haven't run it, but I've played it I think twice, and I really enjoyed the Cthulhu-esque vibes, but totally like that kind of vibe, but different setting, you know? Like it was pretty cool.
Looking on my shelf, where the hell did it go?
And didn't you get a Coriolis thing recently?
I just got that in last night. I sat down and read it. I read through the mechanics of the system.
Yeah.
It is something that could be played one shot, but it's structured to be a campaign, long campaign style game.
Because it's like space exploration kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So you have a shuttle and you use that to go to places, and then you do delves into ruins looking for artifacts. And part of the play is just going from basically map marker to map marker down the dungeon. You're not trying to fight everything. It's like, all right, I'm going to try and travel down to the next room. Cool. An event happens. Let's roll, see who in the party this event happens to. Spend your supply resources. You only want to go about as far as you can then turn around and make it back up, because you need to spend supply to go down and to go back up. There's fighting involved if you want it there, but you can play that whole game without combat ever, and it would play fine. But then you have your advancement, that you have personal character advancement where you spend those points on yourself. Then you have crew advancement, and you spend those to learn new crew moves. So you have your character, and it has a class, and you have your own abilities. And then you have these crew positions, and that's the group. And you can decide who is going to fill that crew position each time you go down. You don't have to use the same position every time.
Okay.
And if you don't have enough players, each person could take on one or more positions.
Yeah.
The only one that's completely optional is the archaeologist. But you go down, you get your artifacts or whatever you're doing, you explore, you go back up, you go back, you turn them in, you answer questions. For each question that you can answer yes to, you get an experience point. Use that to advance your character. Otherwise, you get a crew point. You use that to buy new maneuvers for those crew positions, or to upgrade your ship, or to upgrade your shuttle, or to upgrade your bird, which is this kind of, it's a bird. It's like a biomechanical bird that gives you things like abilities and powers. It's not magic, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a bonus stick that one party member gets to control. So to get the most out of the game, you're going to need to advance all of those little areas. And yeah,
Nice.
It looks like a lot because you need regular maps, you need delve maps, like just big like overviews, and you need specific location. So yeah,
it sounds like a long one.
similar system to this though. You roll dice, 6s are successes, 1s are failures. And instead of having stress and panic, you have gear. So you can choose to use a piece of gear, which you can only use once per trip down, and that gives you a bonus. But if you fail that, it breaks, or you lose more gear. Yeah, very similar game.
Nice. All right. So more longer tense alien encounters next week, right? That's
The
Okay.
Act 3 is very much so a it kind of melds with Act 2 a little bit. Really, it can happen whenever the GM wants, and it's because the third act can be one of two different things, and I'm now leaning towards one of those two things.
What is it?
Oh, yeah, you all die. Space pirates
You
come
almost got 'em.
board the ship and then kill you all.
You almost gave it all up right there. You almost had it.
Close. You could hear it.
I was about to crack like an egg.
In probably about a month-ish or so, I'm looking to try to run a bi-weekly Friday night thing for a little bit to do the last caravan. Like a short, it would be like I guess call it a campaign, but probably like more in the like 8 to 10 episode session type range. And it's MythWorks who makes the Wild Sea, and you're a group of people that it's post-apocalyptic, 2-month alien war. It's the coldest winter ever. You're going from where you were kind of all living, and you're going to a safe haven city, traversing across part of the country in a jacked up vehicle that has its own set of stats. And you're like a group, like you're a family, or you're all scientists, or you're a military, you're all like one group. So if any of you would be interested in doing that, just message me and let me know. I can add you to the list. I've got at least one person so far. So from the Wednesday night group, maybe 2. So probably want to keep 4 to 5 people total. So can definitely take a couple over here if you've got the time to do it. We'll just do it on some Fridays, every other or whatever works for people.
I wish I could say yes, but I'm going to do the good partner choice and leave my Fridays to my girlfriend.
I mean, that's a wise move. Good job. Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I already sacrifice like a few nights a week for a couple of things. So
yeah.
Otherwise, I would love to be there.
Yeah, we have like a family Google Calendar, and I was putting in like I put in like Bill Thursday night game group, and then and my wife was like, I just shortened these up to just say Bill D&D. That's okay. I was like, sure, you don't care. It's taking up too much space on the calendar. It's fine. So yeah.
Excitingly,
anyway.
in a couple of weeks, I get to play D&D with my girlfriend for the first time.
Ooh.
Hopefully that
I got
goes
my wife
good.
I got my wife to play Monster of the Week, and it was freaking awesome. And I was like, why don't you just play? She's like, nah, I don't really feel. And I'm like, fine, but you had fun.
You gotta gateway drug them in, where it's like you start with Monopoly and just regular board games, and then you get into the more in-depth board games, the Kingdom Hearts board game or like Pandemic or like something. And
Stellaris.
yeah, yeah. And then you get into like even more in-depth ones that are like, deck building and stuff. And then you're just like, yeah, we're going to play this one, Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to play this one, Pathfinder. And this is how you play the game. And it's a pre-generated game.
Yeah, she won't. Nope, she won't buy into that shit. We play plenty of board games already and stuff. There's just a line that she draws.
Yeah.
It's not the vibe. Very set in the ways of games that are played, video games that are played as well. It's been a constant rotation of Elder Scrolls and Skyrim. Just there's like ends up turning into like more of a comfort aspect, I guess, probably. I haven't found this yet. I'm going to go over here.
She sounds like she would love Crimson Desert.
I bet it looks pretty good. I've seen mixed reviews on it though a little bit, but that just could be some of the people could just be being elitist pricks about it. Some people are.
I think so because I own the game now, and I pre-ordered it because I was like, I thought it was gonna be the next like Dragon's Dogma, which is like one of my favorite games. It's not, but it's still really good. Story is like non-existent, but like it's an open world sandbox game. Yeah, it's the game with the cats.
Good.
The only
cat on your shoulder.
The only really bad thing about it is its conveyance. Like I've had to look things up to like understand what's going on. But otherwise, like as soon as I understood it, it was like, oh, and then I'm just having a fun time.
Yeah. I haven't gotten very far in it, but I started to play Ghost of Yotei.
Ooh.
Because I really like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima is so good.
Yeah. I really love that game a lot. Like that, Horizon Zero Dawn. There's like a handful that just really like hit, over the last like probably couple of years for me. I never got into the Dark Souls and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to be constantly mad at a game I'm playing. That's not fun for me.
I'm with you on that.
No thanks. What's that?
Failure is fun.
No, it's not. For you, cool. Okay, you do you. I want the story.
I love the story and the theming and everything of Dark Souls. I just don't like the gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's yeah.
But I like the look of Bloodborne though. That was really good.
Bloodborne was really fun.
That was the only one I didn't like.
I can't play for shit, but it looks cool. Like that's a great world in general, I think.
That's nice.
I've beaten Bloodborne and like I got like the like Blood Moon ending, the one where you have to like eat the 3 umbilical cords.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that boss is not as good as the other one for the final boss, but like it's really good. I love the theming, everything about like the Soulsborne games like are really good. I just after I played and beat like the first 2 Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne, I just kind of got bored of that style of game.
Yeah, my older stepson, he's like, I don't play those games. I just watch playthroughs of them on YouTube instead. He's like, I don't want to hate the game I'm playing because I get so frustrated. I'm like, yep.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But anyway,
that's why I like Dragon's Dogma. Technical combat, but it's not like I hate myself every time I play it.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel like you got a chance.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, I'm gonna jump off, gang. So, but next week, anybody wants to do any readovers or anything, intro, outro stuff, just let me know. We can talk about it offline. I would love to incorporate other voices. I think it would make it more fun if other people wanted to read stuff. So think about that as you will.
There is one thing I think we should do. Because this is like the one thing I noticed in the first episode is we don't introduce ourselves. So like nobody knows who is who. I do and you do because like we were playing with each other, but anybody listening wouldn't know who anybody is.
Mm.
Yeah. I think we can start. I think we can kind of figure that. I say we should like maybe just pop ideas of like if there's things we think we want to try to do to like improve like the audio experience, we can do that. Because fundamentally, I've always set these up as just I care more about playing. And because if you have good chemistry with people that you're playing with, it should be, if it's fun for us, maybe there's going to be a handful of people that it'll be fun for them. So I as long as we avoid like, I agree with the introduction stuff, as long as we don't ever like kind of plan or pre-plan or script anything out like with intention for listeners, other than if it's for story-based stuff for ourselves, that's different. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
100% agree. Yeah, no, that was a recommendation
I agree. I
from
think that's
my manager actually, because I was showing him and he was listening to the first few minutes with me and he was like, who's talking?
Yeah. That's fair. That's
Mhm.
fair. I don't know that I would give like full names and all that kind of fun stuff, but
Mhm.
I'd say it's pretty easy to at least just say who I
Yeah.
am or like my whatever. If I want to promote like my YouTube or TikTok stuff, I can.
I would
also-
say like, yeah, TikTok name, or like for like me who I don't do anything like that. I would just say my name's Chris or Christian.
Yeah, that works.
The people
Cool.
who know.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh, and we can, if you ever think, if you ever would want to start like a Patreon or anything that we could all like post on, and then see if we can get donors. We can then use it for we can use whatever funds come from that for other stuff for this group. So like it could be buying PDFs of games we want to play. It could be like spending money on a sticker or something or whatever, or like, anything like that. We could do that kind of stuff too. So if people subscribe, you know what I mean? Give them
To pay-
reasons to subscribe.
pay our artist for his work.
There, exactly, right? Yeah. Yep.
I
did
see that look,
stickers.
Ben.
I am working on it. I didn't address it because I got so disheartened by it, but I did the idea. I almost fully rendered it out, and I'm like, that dice really looks lonely. I need to add more dice. So that's the process. So like
Wait, is
I
that
really,
your painting?
Oh no,
The
that's
one that
just
we
a
have
thing.
under
That's something I
Playtesters?
did on. That's something I did on
No.
Canva
Okay.
that
no,
I put
no,
together.
I like that idea, and I like your original idea, Bill. So I'll text you all later, so we're not extending the conversation. But there will be more
Oh, it's all
dice,
good.
and they're going to be different colors, and hopefully I'll render it well. So it's just going to take longer. So I'm glad you made that thumbnail. So just like it gives me a little bit extra cushion to work on
Yeah.
it.
That's fair. I thought it would be kind of cool to like throw in different dice, like to represent almost like different games and game styles and stuff too. So.
Yep. Mhm.
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. That was awesome. Can't wait for next week. Can't wait to die. It's gonna be
I
fun.
can't wait to murder all of you horribly.
Yay! Hurrah! All right.
Wait,
Have a
should
good
I
one.
end it with a?
I swear, each session gets more and more intense. There are definitely some underlying crazy things that await us in Part 3, the final part of Alien the Role-Playing Game. Thanks for joining us, and see you again soon.